Alright, hey everybody. So, I just wanted to come to you guys and do a video on um, marriage and also being a stay-at-home mom. I am at a new point in my marriage where things are different. For the past 5 years, both my husband and I worked. Both of us contributed financially to the house. And, growing up, my mom was a single mom. And so, I always felt like that should be my contribution to the marriage as far as finances. That was the most important thing. Um, but my husband, once we decided to start a family, my husband let me know that he felt like me being a stay-at-home mom was the best for our kids, and that raising our family is a very important job, and he doesn't want us to let anybody else raise our kids. And it took me a little while, but then I agreed with him, and I felt like I should be a stay-at-home mom. I should um, take care of my family and be home with my babies. Well, we had such a long problem with infertility that I didn't think we were ever gonna have kids, and you all know that also it's been a rough year for us. My husband actually lost his job earlier this year, 2 weeks before I found out I was pregnant. And out of all the years that we've been married, I've always worked. We never got pregnant, even though we were trying. And it seems like as soon as he lost his job, that's when we got pregnant. So anyway, that made me feel like I needed to go back to work sooner rather than later. And now, he's okay because he works 2 jobs and we're okay, and I'm able to stay at home with Gracie. But um, I do sometimes feel guilty a lot of the times because he does work 2 jobs, and it's not the easiest thing to have to go out there and pull all the weight on your own as far as financially. And then I feel guilty because sometimes I see, like, even though he is working 2 jobs, he's gone a lot, etc. Sometimes it's still kind of hard for the ends to meet. And I feel like I should be working. I feel like I should be contributing financially to the household. But then at the same time, I don't want to leave my baby. Like, I went and tried to, like, apply for some jobs, and because I want to try to help my husband, because I feel like I'm supposed to be his helpmeet, and that's what I'm supposed to do. But then when I went to try to, like, apply for some jobs, I just burst into tears, like bawling, crying, because I was just like, I don't want to be without my baby. And she's still so little. She's only 2 months old. But we had discussed, maybe after she was a year old, me going back to work. But once I had her, then I really felt like there's no way I'm going to be able to go back to work after a year, because I don't want to miss anything. It took us so long to get pregnant, and we never thought we would have kids. And now that she's here, I don't want to miss a moment of, like, her growing up. Like, I don't want to miss her first words and her first steps and all those different milestones. And so, I let my husband know maybe a month into Gracie being here that I'm probably not going to be able to go back to work after a year, because I don't want to miss anything. And I felt guilty telling him that, but it was hurting my heart so bad because I felt like I don't want to be anywhere else. I would not rather be sitting at a job, at an office, like how I used to be. Um, I wouldn't rather be doing that than be home with my baby. I feel like these moments with her, are priceless, and I feel like you can't get it back. But I'm having some conflicting feelings because of the fact that my mom was a single mother, and my mom was like super mom. She was in the military for 15 years. She did it all. And, you know, I guess I had always felt like I would also do it all because that's the bloodline that I come from. And it's hard for me to feel like I'm contributing enough by just being a stay-at-home mom. I mean, yes, I cook all the meals, I clean the house, I take care of the baby. It is a 24/7 job. It really is. But I still sometimes feel like it's not enough, and I don't know how I should feel. There's times when I feel like I wish I don't know. There's times when I feel like I wish I would get more thank yous because I do feel like I do a lot. But then I also feel guilty because I see my husband, he does a lot. We both do a lot. But then I feel like, is he contributing more by working outside the home than I am by working in the home? You know, and it's hard for me to navigate this space because of the fact that growing up, my mom wasn't married, so I never really understood. I mean, I never really learned as far as like cooking the meal. Is cooking the meals, taking care of the house, taking care of the kids, is that as much as of a contribution as working outside the home? And is that just as important? You know, and I feel like it is sometimes, you know, but then sometimes I feel like, is it enough? You know, am I doing enough? And my husband feels like, babe, you know, because I told him I probably want to wait until Gracie is in preschool before I go back to work. And he said, you know, whatever you want to do, babe, I'm going to support you because I want you to be at home with our kids too. You know, with you, they're in the best hands that they can be in with their mother, you know, and you're the best mother that I could have chosen for my child. So it's like, I understand that, and I appreciate that part of it, but then I also feel like, is it enough? You know, as far as, am I doing just as much to help the family as he is? And I don't know, I'm always feeling so many different ways. You know, I feel sometimes like, man, I do a lot. I'm always doing stuff. I'm 24/7 in this beach, you know. But then sometimes I feel like he's always leaving for work, and I feel like, man, I should be going out there in the cold and doing, you know, and working 2 jobs and doing all this stuff to take care of the family too, you know, because that's what I saw my mom do. So I don't know. I guess I just want some opinions, especially from stay-at-home mothers, because and I feel like it's different for black women too, because we're often taught from a young age that, you know, we have to do it all. You have to be super mom. You have to work outside the home, and you have to make sure that everything inside the home is equally taken care of. And you know, it's not easy. And I'm still learning how to navigate this part of our marriage because it was so different before. We was both working, and now it's both our roles are different now, and I want to feel like I'm doing my part. I want to feel like I'm pulling my weight. And like I said, a lot of times I do because it is a lot of work. But then a lot of times I don't, when I see how hard it is for my husband to just make sure all the bills are paid. And then sometimes, you know, some stuff you got to skip some bills some months, you know, and that just makes me feel like I should be doing more, and I feel conflicted. And so I just want to get you guys' opinions on this whole situation. So that's it. Peace.